Hey Measuring Hero, Jay here. Anyone that knows me knows that I am all things vintage. So today we came to Wixom to talk to Herminso and Nate to look at the history of electronics starting from this, the vacuum tube. Let's go talk to him. Minso, good to see you, my friend. Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for feeding my passion for all things vintage.
Yes, of course. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is there?
These are awesome looking vacuum tubes.
I know you
I
to collect.
I am a collector, man, and these are so awesome.
Yeah, how old do you think this one is?
Oh man, mine are from the 60s, so 60s, is that older?
1922.
1922.
Yes.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it's made by one of the first vacuum tubes made by Western Electric.
Okay.
And I have
You have it?
several of those.
Okay.
Yes. I can show you a cool one. For example, this one is more recent, maybe 1940s.
Gorgeous. I love these Coke bottle style tubes. They're beautiful.
And I have more images of
Okay.
and like those one. So you can see they becoming a little more complex.
Sure.
Even more.
There's a lot more detail too. Not only is the glass beautiful, but looks like there's a lot more electronics going on in there. Yeah.
That's correct. And one more here for illustration.
Yeah.
But let me show you something else. One of those. What do you think are those?
This transistor.
Those are transistors.
Okay.
A very old transistor too. 1950s transistor.
Okay.
And I have, so you can see that it becomes from something that is big like this, to something that is quite smaller. This is one of the first prototype of a transistor.
Wow. So these are, of course, doing the same job of much.
Exactly. So at the beginning of the 1900s, you know that all radios and the electronics used to operate with the vacuum tube.
Yep.
But once the transistor was invented, a revolution was created.
Yeah.
Everything started to become smaller and compact.
It's amazing, Herminso. You know, when you look at the transistors, you see the little caps. It doesn't look like anything, but this is actually fantastic to be able to see what's going on. You know, with the vacuum tubes, it's easy to see. You can look right into it. How did we collect these gorgeous images? Yeah.
With X-ray.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Can I pause this? Can we have a look at the machine that?
Yes. I can introduce someone here that will show you the machine we use to collect those images.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's do it. Come on. Let me introduce to Nathan. This
Hey, Nathan.
Jay,
Nice to meet
going?
you. Good. We're standing in front of an impressive machine here. What is this thing?
So I know Herminso showed you some pictures of the tubes and the transistors.
Yeah.
This is the machine that we use to actually capture some of those images. So I know some of those are a little bit older. So as you see here, we have something a little bit newer. We're starting to get into the chip size things. So
I gotta stop you because first of all, I suspect. Well, obviously, I'm sitting in front of an X-ray machine, but which I've done before, but something's different about this one.
yeah. So what's really cool with the Versa is not only the resolution that we're able to get, but then inside of here, we can actually move the source and the detector.
Right, there's two rails.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does that give?
So what that allows us to do is that actually allows us to give us something called resolution at a distance. So even with large objects, we can move the source and detector around so that we can get a really, really high resolution while staying relatively far away.
That's crazy. It's crazy. So what other applications could you get by doing that methodology, I guess?
So one of the things is, as you know, as I kind of say, is, you know, tolerances aren't getting any larger. So we need to start focusing smaller and smaller. But we can also take large items such as, you know, the thing that we carry with us every single day, a cell phone. We can actually scan that entire cell phone if we want to, and then we can push in and we can actually look at even the solder between the layers in the chips.
In this machine?
In this exact same machine.
Oh, wow. Can I see that?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Let's have a look. Okay.
All right, so these may look familiar. Herminso kind of showed you these before. So here we have a cell phone. We carry it every day. We're able to push in and see some amazing things on this.
Wow. So these are the circuit boards that are crammed into all of that computing power that used to be that
Exactly. Now we're looking at the layers. We're looking at the solder joints, relatively solder joint reviews. Yeah. So now we actually push in and we're able to see on the circuit board the individual layers, the solder balls, everything like that.
So we're miniaturizing our computing power, but you need something to really go down in there. Now, if we were to do all of this computing power using like those old vacuum tubes, that thing would be
Like the size of this room.
wow. So as we really miniaturize, you really gotta use something like this Versa to get there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna throw something at you guys though, because all right, got it. Check. You guys can make beautiful images, and this thing for inspection, it works. I'm a metrologist, and I need to measure, right? And I know it's not always the same thing. For you to be able to look at a beautiful measurement doesn't mean good metrology. Does this have anything for me?
Yeah, we actually have a solution for you. And we have this artifact that you can use to calibrate the machine for dimensional metrology.
Herminso, what is this? I can't even see anything. Is this something?
Look at it. You are supposed to be looking at that. It's very tiny. It's the size of it fits in the tip of a finger.
This is a calibration artifact?
It's a calibration artifact.
Yeah, wow.
So you put that inside of the system
Okay.
to make sure that the distance between the different Ruby spheres are accurate, and you do some internal calibration.
Yeah, so you can calibrate this thing.
Yeah. Once you do that, then you can take images. For example, remember the camera lens from the cell phone? This is actually an image from the camera lens.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
It's not just about beautiful images. And in fact, you see a very high resolution image.
Yeah.
The lens of the camera lenses assembly. And then you see now in 3 dimensions
Yeah.
with the dimensional metrics.
So it's a beautiful image you can measure with.
Yeah.
That's insane, y'all. That's insane. And I can imagine as my brain spins with this, the amount of cool applications that comes across this machine.
Absolutely.
I would love to come back and dive into some of these. Is that cool if I do that?
Anytime.
Great. I was like, well, Nathan had.
No, thank you.
Thank you for showing me my passion, which are these old vintage tubes, but expanding my mind on some of the things that we can do with this Versa machine. I look forward to seeing you guys again.
Hey, sure.
Absolutely. And for you out there, hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to stay safe and stay healthy. We'll see you next time.